Hello students, hope you guys are doing well. Today we are going to complete the first chapter. This is the last lecture of our first chapter, right? In the previous lecture, we have completed or we have started the topic of classification of activities, of business activities, right? And in that we have completed the first, that is trade, meaning of trade, characteristics and types of trade. In today's lecture, we are going to start with commerce, meaning of commerce, characteristics of commerce, and the third type of business activity, that is industry, meaning, characteristics and classification of industry, right? So starting with the commerce, right? The meaning of commerce, that is, commerce means what? That is a trade plus auxiliary services to trade, right? Commerce, it includes trade in it, right? See, trade, we have understood the meaning like that, exchange of a goods or a services in return of a goods or services, right? With the exchange, or that with the motive to earn profit and in monetary consideration, right? But to complete that trade, we need some kind of services, right? Like suppose for an example, that a trade between two parties, between two states, like suppose for a Gujarat to Maharashtra, right? Then what are the facilities or what are the services that a producer or a manufacturer is going to require? They need to send those goods from manufacturing place to selling place, that is from Gujarat to Maharashtra. Okay, so they are going to require transportation, they are going to require communication, right? For that, they are going to need that financial facilities that is provided by various banking institutes, right? So these are what? These are the auxiliary services, right? And commerce, it includes trade, that means exchange of goods and services, it is there, plus the auxiliary services. Now what type of auxiliary services are included in commerce? That is banking, we all are familiar with it, right? That banking system. Insurance, for what purpose? For the protection of a goods. Protection, that means what? As I have given the example, like they are sending the goods from manufacturing place to selling place, that is from Gujarat to Maharashtra, right? So obviously either by roadway or by railway, right? Anything can happen, so they need that particular protection. Physical damage, it can be there, right? So this insurance, that will give what? That will give that assurance, yes, at least whatever the amount of loss it will be there, that can be reduced or that can be summed up, right? Transportation, that I have given. Communication, why communication is necessary? Because see, when who is going to give order and through what means, right? That it can be with the help of internet, through email, right? They can communicate it with each other on the phone, and that e-commerce will be there, everything, right? Warehousing, that means what? That is a godown to store the particular products, right? See, producer or a manufacturer, they are going to be involved in a production process for a longer period of time. It is a continuous process, right? Okay, they are not going to wait for the orders and a demand from the consumers. They are going to what? They are going to continuously producing those goods or a commodity, right? And those goods and commodity will be stored at a specific place, and that place is known as godown or a warehouse, right? And agents, that means they are the mediators, right? Who are going to what? Who are going to bring orders for the manufacturer, right? And due to these facilities, right, the world has become what? The world has become a global village, right? From the viewpoint of trade and auxiliary services, yeah, it's that. See, the world is becoming a global village, right? Why? Because nowadays that import, export, then that internal trade, everything, that becomes what? That becomes so easy, right? That foreign companies, they can come to India and they can start their business, or we can import and export anything that we need to. See, that government listing, it is necessary, but the rules and regulation, they are what? They are simple, so we can utilize what? We can utilize those things, right? So that is why the world is that become, that is what, that the world has become a global village, right? Trade, that I have given you the meaning, that exchange of goods or services in return of goods or services, or in return of money with the objective of profit, that is called as what? That is called as a trade. And commerce, that means trade plus auxiliary services. That is the simple meaning, that is the simple definition of commerce. And those auxiliary services, they include banking, insurance, transportation, communication, warehousing and the agents, right? Going ahead, characteristics of commerce, that is, trade is a part of commerce, as I said, right? At commerce, it includes trade, right? And commerce, it is a very wide scope than the trade. Why? Because see, whatever the services that are being required for the completion or a successful completion of the trade, commerce has it. That is the auxiliary services, right? Then Commerce is an economic activity. Obviously, commerce is an economic activity because wherever you go, right, at banking or the transportation or a communication, what you are going to do? You are going to what? You are going to pay them that particular things. That is the payment, the money, right? So obviously, if I am that communication provider, suppose as service provider like Airtel or Idea, right? So you are going to pay me the money now for the whatever the services that you guys are using, that for internet or anything, for calling, right? That plans, different plans are there. You are paying that particular amount of money. Okay, then whatever the services that are helpful for the trade, that is included in commerce, right? They are helpful for what? For the trade, right? And it increases time and a place utility of the goods. See, we have understood this, what is the time utility and place utility, right? In the characteristic of a business, the time utility, that means what? As and when required, they are going to what? That the producer, they are going to supply in the market, like that is with the help of what? With the help of storing the excess production into the godown or a warehouse. Place utility, that means what? By place utility, that means by selling place, we need to what? We need to send the good to the selling place from the manufacturing place through transportation. The transportation, it can be done through any way, like seaway, airway, roadway or railway, right? Then understand this thing, they are demand oriented, yet they are continuous. Why they are called as a demand oriented? Obviously that if I need insurance, then and then I am going to demand. If I have the requirement of communication, then and then I am going to demand, right? So these auxiliary services, they are demand oriented, but still they are continuous. They are required for at each and every stage of what? Each and every stage of the trade, right? It starts with the communication, it ends with the transportation. Getting my point? If I want something, I will call and I will give the order, right? And at the end, transportation, they are going to what? That yes, they will be, or whatever the amount of quantity that I have ordered to the particular manufacturer or producer, they are going to send me, right? Got my point? Then if these auxiliary services, right, they are available at the reasonable rate, like suppose for an example, transportation is reasonable, right? Then who is going to be benefited? That is customer, right? Because see, manufacturer, they are not going to pay any kind of money from their pocket, right? That if transportation price is increasing, then obviously the price of a particular product, that is going to increase. Insurance, that is increasing, the price of premium of insurance, that is increasing, then also it is what? It will be added into the price of the particular product. So if all these services, they are available at reasonable rate, then the products can be made available to the customer at a fair price, that is at a reasonable rate. Okay, clear, right? So these are the characteristics of commerce. Now a small difference is there between trade and a commerce, right? That is meaning that we have seen that exchange of goods or services, return of money, and commerce, that means what? It includes trade and the auxiliary, so that is trade plus auxiliary services. The scope of a trade is limited, as I said, and the commerce, it has what? Commerce scope is wider. Why it is wider? Because it includes trade, right? That whatever the services that are going to require for the completion or a successful implementation of trade, commerce is going to have it, right? And parties, that means between trade, two parties are known, right? And that proximity, that means yes, that person is capable or not, that having of doing a payment of the particular goods or services that they are demanding, right? Mostly they know each other. But in commerce, they can be at a distant place, they can be unknown, right? And because of that, the risk factor in commerce, that is going to increase, right? Because it deals on a wider scale, large scale. Okay, right? Clear difference between trade and a commerce. Then industry, meaning, okay, the last classification of business objective, business services, right? What is industry? That is a process of converting raw material into finished goods, by adding utility to satisfy what? To satisfy the human need. That is called as what? That is called as industry, right? See, you must have studied the subject of economics at the second chapter, like factors of production, that is land, labor, capital and entrepreneur, right? With the help of these four factors of production, the producer, they are going to what? They are going to convert the raw material into finished goods, By adding utility into it, okay, suppose for an example, okay, you are going into the school, you are sitting on a tree. Is it going to satisfy your need? No. But if you are sitting on a bench, then yes, it is going to satisfy your need, right? So that tree, that was the raw material. Then it was processed and it was converted into finished goods that can be what? That can that satisfy the need of the human, right? By adding some sort of utility, okay, that product is now usable, right? So that is called as what? That is called as a industry, right? For example, that is manufacturing of furniture from the wood, that whatever that your sofa set and everything, that is what they are, the furniture, right? Manufacturing of clothes from the raw cotton, right? That clothes that you guys are wearing, right? Once they are there, the particular raw cotton, that is a raw material, and then it is processed and it is what? It is made a particular usable product, okay, right? Clear the meaning of industry? Then what are the characteristics of industry? That is, production is involved. See, the meaning of industry and production, they are same, okay, like converting raw material into the semi-finished and finished goods with the help of human effort, that is called as what? That is called as a production, right? Same way, the meaning of industry is also the same, right? Okay, when you are going to have what? You are going to have that particular 4 factors of production, you are converting that raw material into the finished goods by adding utility, that is called as what? That is called as a industry, right? So the production is involved with the help of 4 factors, and by that they are going to enter into the specific program of a production, right? And then it will be converted into the what? It will be converted to usable products, and then they will be sent to the market, right? And it is an economic activity. Obviously, it is an economic activity, right? Whoever the producer or whatever they are producing, right? In return, what they are getting? They are getting the money. They are getting the particular price or the value of the product, right? Then change in the form of raw material, right? That we have seen in the example, okay, wood that was converted into furniture, that is wood was the raw material, right? Then raw cotton that was converted to what? That was converted to cloth, right? So it has been processed on what? It has been processed on the raw material. That is the raw material that once it was not usable, that is not directly consumed by the customer, right? But now by adding some utility, by processing on the raw material, that will be what? Change in the form of the raw material, it will be usable for whom? It will be usable for the customers, right? Then production of different articles. See, production, it can be your mobile phone, they are also involved in a production, right? That assembling and everything, right? If you are using laptops, then obviously that is also going to be there, right? Whatever you do, right? Whatever the products that you guys are using, either they are what? They are involved in a production process, right? A different articles that is being produced, right? Then creation of utility, and in addition to them, the use of human labor, natural resources and machines are involved, right? So these are the what? These are the characteristics of industry, right? See, that creation of utility, that we have already seen the 3 types of utility that will be created. Form utility, that is converting raw material into the finished goods. Time utility, that is whenever the product they are going to be required in the market, it is going to be sent, right? And place utility, that is transferring the goods from manufacturing place to selling place, right? And again, with the use of whom? With the use of a human labor, natural resources and machine. Natural resources, that it can include land, some minerals, right? And machines, that is the capital, that I have given you the example of the 4 factors of production, right? Natural resources, it can be include land, human labor, that is the labor, machines, that is capital, and the fourth that factor of production, that is entrepreneur, that is the owner of all these 3, okay, who is going to bear the ultimate risk. Fine, okay. So these are the characteristics of industry. Now the classification of industry. Industry, it can be classified into 3: primary, secondary and tertiary. That is the service industry, we can say, right? So starting with the primary industry, what is primary industry? That it includes what? It includes the fundamental industries, right? That are connected with what? That are connected with the sea, land and air, like agriculture, animal husbandry, fisheries, right? They are the what? They are directly connected with the nature, they are directly connected with the natural resources, right? So that is what? That is called as the primary industry, okay, right? And they are directly related to what? They are in directly relation with the nature, that I said already, right? By it is what? It is that whatever the production will be involved, or that particular cattle rearing and the fisheries, everything that is going to be what? That is going to be included into the primary industry, right? For example, we can say agriculture, animal husbandry are connected with the land, That agriculture where you are going, you are not going to enter into the scene for the agriculture purpose, right? It will be connected with the land, right? Animal husbandry, so obviously that cattle rearing and everything, that is also what, that is also connected with the land. And the fisheries, that is what, that is connected with the sea. Okay, right? So primary industry mainly they are connected with the sea, land and air, right? They are directly in contact, or they are directly in relation with whom? They are directly in relation with the nature. Okay, clear? Then second, that is secondary industry. Secondary industry, that is what, that is with the help of machines and the technology, right? They are going to what? They are going to manufacture. They are going to start production. That is the natural wealth, right? And whatever the trees and that raw cotton, they are the what? They are the natural wealth, right? They are going to be processed and make it consumable, and they are going to be sent to whom? They are going to be sent to the customers. Getting my point, right? So this, like, natural wealth, like that, see the secondary industry, that same definition of industry, they are going to what? With the help of technology, with the help of machine, right? A processing will be there. Processing on what? Processing on the natural wealth, right? Okay, which are not directly consumable by the customers. Those commodity, those natural wealth, they will be converted into the usable product by adding some sort of utility into it, right? Which can what? Which can directly satisfy the need of the customers. Okay, right? Example that are there, that is like fertilizer industry, color industry, chemical industry, steel industry, right? All these industries, see, there are many types of industries are there, right? Like some will be having that assembling industry, some will be having that that completely involved in the production system. Okay, right? Some will be having that, that they are going to start with the not agriculture, but they are the particular thing, that construction, right? That is also one kind of industry. They are also involved in they are also involved in the production system only, right? They are what? They are constructing a building, but that is a different type of industry, right? And this, that is fertilizer, color, chemical, right? That mixing of two things and then making a particular chemical for the what, for the particular use of the having a making of a medicine or anything. Okay, right? Then third, that is tertiary industry. Now tertiary industry, that is going to be what? Tertiary industry, that is also considered the service industry, which is going to be helpful for whom? For the primary and secondary industries, right? They are going to provide service, they are going to help the primary and secondary industry, right? And they are very near to customers. They are very near to customers. Like there is the service sector, like banking, transportation, right? These are the what? These are the tertiary industry. They are going to focus on what? They are going to, they are not directly connected with the production, but they are connected with what? They are connected with the services that need to be there, or that need to be required by primary and the secondary industry, right? And it includes what? That service of banking, insurance, transportation, warehousing, agents and communication, right? That is why this tertiary industries, it is also known as what? It is also known as the service industry. Okay, right? And the example is there, that is the production of wheat is a primary industry, right? That is because they are directly connected with the land. Then some process will be made on that particular thing, that wheat that has been converted into the flour, right? That is what, that with the help of machine, so that is the secondary industry, right? But after making bread, biscuits, right, or cake, from what? From the flour, that is called as what? That is called as a tertiary industry, right? Okay, tertiary industries, they are going to what? Yes, the production started from what? Production started from the primary industry, but then slowly and gradually, step by step, they have entered into what? They have entered into the tertiary industry. And this tertiary industry is going to be helpful, right? For what? For this thing, that transportation will be there, everything is there. Okay, got my point? Clear, right? So here we have completed our first chapter, right? Mind well, nothing will be repeated when the school resumes, please. So go through all the videos of the first chapter. If you have any doubt, let me know in any video, right? You can message or you can call, but whatever the confusions are, just go through it, okay? And you have to find out the answer, that is from the exercise, right? See, the answers of MCQ that is given in the textbook only, right? Other questions that you need to find out, and if you find any kind of difficulty, if you need any kind of help, then let me know. Okay, thank you.